Okay, here we're back with another video. This is a 2008 PT Cruiser Chrysler product, Daimler Chrysler. The engine inside is a 2.4 liter turbo charged version of the inline four cylinder. Really common. I've seen a ton of these. I can't even tell you how many I've seen where the complaint is when you first start the vehicle, one of the belts is squeaking. Super common. A lot of people, they come over and let me get my light here quick, sorry. A lot of people come over and they look in here and they're like, holy Moses, how in the heck are you supposed to get at this thing? Well, it's not easy, but I'm going to try to walk you through it. One thing I do is I come through the passenger side fender well. So I'm going to remove this tire and we'll be back with you in just a second. Okay, got the tire out of the way, of course. Like I always say, use jack stands. We don't want this thing to come down and, well, I suppose my leg would probably be off. So this car uses two belts. They ride on the crank, both of them, of course. One, a little bit hard to see, is back here. This is for the alternator. Very short belt. And then on another section of the crank, up here, there's another belt. This one operates the air conditioner. There's an idler pulley here, and then up above is power steering pump. So if your belt's squeaking, if you're gonna do this, I recommend just go ahead and put both belts on at once. The reason being is they're stacked here, really, and generally the one that is typically squeaking is this baby right back here for the alternator. There's two different tensioner systems on it. One is a spring tensioner, just like this. It's just a 15 millimeter fastener here. You just put your 15 millimeter wrench on, pry it up, see how the belt comes loose. Then you would just remove this belt, unwrap it from the power steering pump up above, remove it from the vehicle. The other one, this one right here, is a little more tricky. We can get at this belt from up top. So we'll go up there right now. Yeesh, getting old. Okay. Take two. We're going to look back down the back side of the engine here. There are two fasteners we're interested in. If you look, it's very difficult to see. It's going to be hard to tell what you're looking at on this video. When you look down back here, you'll see for yourself. This is the alternator right here, alternator arm. There's one fastener, which is right here. Ding, ding, ding. See that little guy? 15 millimeter. That locks the alternator in place. So what you want to do is you want to loosen this one up a couple turns so that the alternator can slide through. The second one we're after, it's a little bit hard to see, is right there behind this shield here. It's a 13 millimeter right there. Yeah, that one, once the 15 millimeter bolt that I just pointed to is loose, that one you can tighten. Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. You're facing everything backwards. Of course, I hate to get so fundamental on you, but that's sometimes how it works. When you tighten that thing clockwise, you will tighten the alternator belt. If you loosen it the other way, of course, you will loosen the alternator belt. So what you want to do is, what I do is, while I'm tightening that, I use ratcheting wrenches, by the way. Or if you don't have them, this is a hard job. They're box end wrenches, and in the ends of the box end, they ratchet. A 13 and a 15. So generally what I do is, I will, like I say, loosen the locking nut, the 15 millimeter that I pointed to first. Then I'll get back there and I'll put a 13 on the 13 millimeter one that tensions the belt. And I'll reach around here while I'm tightening that from the top. I have really long arms. If you can't do it, that's fine. Just feel that belt. Give her a twist. If you're squealing, tighten it up a little bit. Or, if you've been squealing for too long, go ahead and replace it. But you want your tension to be nice and stiff in there, not too tight. Not too tight, but tight enough. And then go ahead and pull your wrenches out of there and lock down that 15 millimeter. Lock the alternator back to its tensioner. And start it up, see if it squeals. If you got the tension out of it, if you got the slack out of it enough, it will not squeal on you. Now, there are procedures that you general guidelines that you should go by when you're tensioning these belts, because there's no, I guess there's really no standard. It's a lot dependent on the manufacturer of the belt, even, you know what I mean. So just use your common sense, get it nice and tight in there, but don't hulk it down, because you'll have problems. And then once you get that one, the inside one replaced or tightened correctly, if you have pulled this outer one, go ahead and put that back into place. Pay attention to the routing, of course, that the belt takes when you pull it. If you forget what the routing of the belt is, there are pictures online. This vehicle does not have a picture under the hood of a belt diagram. There are pictures online you can get. I haven't looked in the owner's manual. There possibly may be one in there. So yeah, when you get to this point, make sure all your tools are out of the way, start it up, make sure it's not squealing. Then go ahead and throw your tire back on, and you should be good to go. Just a real short video I just wanted to make, just to let people know. Real common problem, squealing belts. If I helped some people, great. If not, sorry, maybe next time we'll get you. And thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and keep your eye out for my next video. Thank you very much.